Big matchup this week with playoff implications for the Steelers. Jeff, do you think they got a shot at beating the Bengals?
Absolutely.
Wait, don't answer that. Then they won't listen.
Welcome to the Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Thank you, fans, for joining us for Week 17 Steelers preview. I'm your host, Jim Sella. I'm in studio with Jay Dash and stumped Jeff Keel. Big Easy was in studio. He kind of fell off his seat. I don't really know where he went. He may just be on the other side of the booth. I don't really know. Easy, are you all right, my man?
I'm working on it.
He's feeling good. Pittsburgh with a big win against Kansas City last week. They got Cincinnati rolling into town. This is basically a playoff game. Even though we've already made the playoffs, I want the division.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's 7-2 in their last 9 games, and their defense has been playing much better over the past 3 games.
Yeah, I've been saying all year I've been hating on the defense hard. But that Atlanta game, they definitely won that game for us. And Kansas City holding them to only 12 points when they were in the red zone, 3 times, I think, maybe 4 times. Big stops by the Steeler defense. The offense wasn't quite in it really last week, so you got to give them at least 2 of the last 3 victories.
Well, definitely. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger in the first half was definitely not up to par, I mean, obviously you want to see him get off to that fast start, Jim, scoring in the first quarter, which, unfortunately we really haven't been doing at all. Just be nice to take that load off the defense's back, Let them play, let them take chances.
Yeah, scoring early would be huge. If you remember in that Cincinnati game, we went into the fourth quarter losing by 3, and then we blew up in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do that again.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want to take his division, too, because the Steelers looked a lot better at home this season, especially Big Ben. The numbers don't even compare home to road. It's ridiculous. So you want Ben to have that first-round home game.
Well, Sunday's weather is not looking too great. It's supposed to rain, about a 60% chance of rain. There's going to be a high of 39 and a low of 29. This is an 8:30 kickoff, so we're going to be looking more towards 29 degrees, maybe some freezing rain. Let's hope they have the field covered, because if we lose that advantage in our speed game with Antonio Brown and Martavis Bryant, and although Le'Veon Bell's not a burner back there at running back, he's no slouch either.
The Bengals aren't that good at stopping the run. They're 23rd against the run with 122.1 per game, and Le'Veon Bell had 185 yards and 2 touchdowns against them in Week 14.
I'm more worried about their pass rush, I guess, than their run defense. They got a solid D-line that can put pressure up the middle. Pouncey's played well. Foster's played okay. I'm still a little disappointed in DeCastro for being such a high pick. I don't like when they get that quick up-the-middle rush on Ben, because that's the one thing that really gets him flustered. And with what's-his-name trying to kick Ben's knee out from under him and ruin his career last week because he was so garbage he couldn't even get to him around Marcus Gilbert, I don't want to see Ben get beat up in this game. Is he going to be at full speed, Big Ben? Is he going to have to wear a knee brace? These are things the Steelers aren't telling us.
Well, Ben loves to play hurt, though.
Ben likes to say he's hurt so that he can look like he's playing hurt.
Well, he can say he's hurt this week then.
All right, that works for me.
What, I mean, his performance is instrumental in winning this football game this week.
Jeff, he needs 365 yards to get to 5,000. Will he get there? Pop quiz, hot shot.
I believe he will, Jim.
So he's going to put up 366 yards?
Well, keep your eye on the weather and what the weather is at game time.
I just said it was going to be raining at game time.
I mean, if it's raining during the game physically, it might not be.
It's going to be tough for him to reach that number since he can't stop the run. So I think they're going to be featuring Le'Veon Bell more in this game. Ben did have 350 yards against them last time they played, but 365 is a big number to ask for.
If he breaks that record, we lose the game. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell needs 159 yards to get to 1,500. Who has a better chance, Ben to 5,000 or Bell to 1,500?
1,500.
I'm going to have to agree with Easy. Bell to 1,500.
I don't think we need to have a huge passing game to win. I think it's going to be just what we need to do to get it done,
I guess it really depends on how well the defense
220
plays early and how well Cincy's offense plays early. Because we've seen Cincy's offense blow up before. The potential is there. Maybe not against the Steelers' defense so much in the last few years. But Dalton has shown flashes of being good. A.J. Green is obviously a dominant receiver.
Yeah, he
Hill and
torched the
Bernard
Steelers.
are a very good combination in the backfield. A real good 1-2 punch. They complement each other well. So if Cincinnati comes out and puts 21 points up in the first half, Big Ben's going to have to throw to win the game.
So over or under 220.
Passing yards?
Yeah.
Over. I think he's going to hit 300, but maybe not 365. If they play the game they want to play, Big Ben will definitely land right around 300.
Well, listen, I said the Steelers are 7-2 in their last 9 games, but so are the Cincinnati Bengals, and they shut out Cleveland in Week 15, and then last week they went out and beat the Denver Broncos. So they're riding high right now. They're playing good football. One of their 2 losses were to the Steelers, though, and we blew them out.
Doesn't it feel like their 7 wins have been very blah, though? Like, maybe because we're not a Cincinnati fan.
Yeah, every time they won, I was like, blah.
It just feels like, I don't know, like they might have cheated to get the win or something. I don't know.
They squeaked by against Baltimore, won by 3, and obviously Tampa Bay, that game was awfully close.
Well, if you look at the last 6 games, Pittsburgh beat them, and then Denver scored 28 on them, but they put up 37 and won that game. But besides that, they let up 13 points or less in the other 4 games. So their defense has been playing well, even though the numbers don't show.
I'm still going to say they're garbage. All right, yeah, so Cincinnati started 3-0, and then they went 0-2-1. So that's kind of where they hit a little bit of a wall, and probably why I feel like they have been very bleh this year. But you're right, with a 7-2 record over the last 9 games, I guess they're a little bit more formidable than I wanted to believe. Their offense is scoring 23.2 points a game. Their defense is only allowing 21.1. Cincinnati is 5-2 on the road. That's a pretty good road record, man.
It's all been because of the run, though. Andy Dalton hasn't looked good this season, but between Hill and Bernard, they have 1,600 yards almost.
Yeah, between Hill and Bernard, they have almost 17.
Yeah, they have 1,700 and 14 touchdowns.
Between Bell and Blunt, they still don't even have 16. Oh, no, it looks like they have just shy over 16, but Blunt's not even on the team anymore, so it don't count. Andy Dalton's completing 63.5% of his passes this year, Jeff. Does he have a chance at completing that against the Steelers on Sunday?
Maybe. He could.
I think definitely. I think
throwing to A.J. Green's not going to, hurt at all. Don't forget, he destroyed the Steelers, actually, in that loss.
Dalton played well against the Steelers last time, and if you look last week, Alex Smith did a lot of short dump-offs in the passing game, nothing big, and I think that's the way it's going to go this week. Andy Dalton's going to throw a lot, nothing big, but the yardage is going to be there.
Now, you guys said a little bit ago you think that it's going to be more Le'Veon Bell to win this game, and Easy alluded to saying that he thinks it has to be more on the running game than the passing game. Let me ask you this. With the lighter workload for Le'Veon last week, because Kansas City seemed to be shutting him down a little bit, is that maybe a good thing for Pittsburgh this week and going into the playoffs? Because he kind of got, for him, a rest. He had 1 catch and 20 carries, right? Somewhere around there.
Still 21 touches is nothing to scoff at.
No, but for Le'Veon, the way it's been the last couple weeks, it's been 30+. So for him to get a little bit of a lighter workload, I think that might actually work to the Steelers' advantage going into the playoffs.
Yeah, it could. I'd rather see them already have the number 1 seed locked up and him just sit in this game.
Jeff, what do you think the record is for the Steelers in the last 28 games between them and Cincinnati? Any day now, Jeff.
Wait, the last 28?
Last 28 games. What's the Steelers' record?
16-14. Or wait, no.
That would be 30 games.
Well, I'm gonna step in here for you, man, because we have a time limit. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the Steelers own a nice record, maybe 19-9,
20-8.
20-8. I was pretty close.
Since 2001, Pittsburgh leads the series 20-8. Makes me feel pretty confident going into the game. Let's see, we beat them 42-21 the last time. 30-20 last time before that. They beat us 20-10 and 13-10. So it's pretty even over the last 4, 2-2.
The Steelers were not a good team the past 2 years, and the Cincinnati Bengals have been in the playoffs for what, 3-4 years in a row now?
Yeah. I think this is their 4th year in a row. That's a franchise record. That's
I
like
believe it.
something we expect to happen in Pittsburgh. They're all cheering. It was a franchise record.
Boomer's not happy.
Boomer.
And I don't mean what the hell
The
is
jolly one on ESPN.
Yeah, I don't mean the big fat one. I mean Boomer Esiason.
Boomer Esiason's garbage. Why is he mad?
Because he wants to be the one that hold records in Cincinnati.
You know the Steelers have only trailed for 5 minutes in a game since going ahead of Cincinnati with a 25-point fourth quarter outburst in their last win.
No, I didn't know that.
That's pretty tough right there, man. Although we still don't score in the first half, we haven't really let them score either.
And it's been against two good teams, two teams that may be in the playoffs.
Yeah. The Steelers are holding running backs to 99.3 yards per game. They've got it under 100 yards. I'm proud of that. Back to closer to where we should be. They're 6th best in the NFL against the run.
Yeah, that's big time. And it's going to be tough this week, though, because like we said, Cincinnati has a good run game. That's their best feature on offense.
Their bread and butter.
But I do believe the Steelers' run defense has been so good all season. I think they are going to shut down Hill and Bernard. Especially Hill. That's who you got to pay most attention to.
Well, A.J. Green caught 11 passes for 224 yards against Pittsburgh the last time they played. We still managed to beat them by 21 points. Do you think that their strategy is maybe let one guy get you and shut down the rest? Or did it just happen because A.J. Green's beast and our defensive backs are garbage?
We were talking that week after it happened. That's not a terrible strategy to have. Let one guy blow up on you, but one guy in the NFL cannot beat you. But then,
Especially a wide receiver.
then the next two games, it sort of evened out, and they were just getting passed all over. But it doesn't matter if you can stop them and hold them to 3 in the red zone, maybe force a turnover or 2. That's all you need to do, because the Steelers' pass defense, it doesn't matter how bad they are. If they're good against the run and good in the red zone, it's just enough.
Let's switch it up to one of the Steelers' great wide receivers, Antonio Brown. He has been amazing all year long, and people are talking about his 5 for 50 streak. Garbage, who cares? You want to know a record that I'm really proud of for Antonio Brown? He is only 2 catches shy of eclipsing Herman Moore and Wes Welker's shared mark for 123 catches in a season. That would be the 2nd highest single season total in league history. Not Steeler history, league history.
How many
Yeah.
catches away? 2.
He's 2 catches away from getting to 123.
What's the most?
He has 122.
Marvin Harrison.
Oh, he's
has
2
it.
catches away from breaking it.
Marvin.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's say maybe like 130 some maybe.
No,
I
I
bet
think
you
it was
think-
140.
Was it 140?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Was
not
that-
going to get to Marvin Harrison.
No. But he will get his 5 for 50, which will put him over and get him the number 2 all time. Hey, that's pretty impressive. I didn't think I'd ever see a Steeler receiver get something like that. If Hines Ward didn't do it, I mean, I love Hines, but I think Antonio's better.
What would be more impressive to me is get someone else going already. Martavis Bryant, he looked good for a 4-game stretch, and then he
Cooled
he
off.
didn't completely fall off a cliff. He's still around making a catch or 2 a game, but we need to get somebody else involved and keep them involved in this offense if you want to win in the playoffs.
Well, Le'Veon Bell was saying it's a pick-your-poison type deal with the Steelers offense where you got to stop him or you got to stop Ben or you got to stop Brown or you got to stop Miller or Bryant. But I really feel like if you can stop Bell and force the Steelers into throwing, you put so much pressure on everybody else. It's like a house of cards. It could crumble at any minute. So although I think Ben needs to have a big game, I think it all starts with Le'Veon. And if you get his running game going, you get the play-action game going, Ben gets more comfortable. The play-action game is where Brown eats up big chunks of yards because he's really good at getting into that soft spot on the defense. Him and Ben have a real good rapport. They know where each other are going and thinking at most of the time. So I think it all starts with Le'Veon. If you can get him running well like last time, I think this is going to be another big game for Pittsburgh.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I like Heath in that play action also, Jim.
He's so good over the middle.
The one great thing is you can't stop both Bell and Brown. It's not going to happen. One of them are going to have a big game. If you're going to stop the run game, they're going to be passing all over you. If you stop the pass game, Bell's going to be running all over you.
Brother. I like seeing a running back for Pittsburgh having 77 catches. That's
It's
beast.
definitely different.
So what does Bell have as far as touches? 359?
Yeah,
359 touches for the year already.
that's a lot.
A lot of touches.
You know what that usually means. The next season, they don't look so good.
Yeah. Luckily, he's a real young guy, so let's hope he breaks that trend.
I hope so, because Le'Veon Bell was one of the only reasons to watch the Steelers this year. If they didn't have Le'Veon Bell, they wouldn't have been playing for the playoffs for the past 4 weeks.
No, not even close. Well, I like to see Lawrence Timmons get into his first Pro Bowl this year. He's deserved it many years before. He's been a solid player in the middle of that defense. He's been the only steady guy in that linebacking core all year long. Not saying the other guys haven't played well,
Yeah,
but Lawrence Timmons has done it consistently all year.
When you go game by game, there's always someone that had a bigger game. There was Willie Gay. There was some James Harrisons in there. But when you go by a full season, Lawrence Timmons the only one that just kept his own and was playing well every game.
You never really said, "What the bleep, Timmons? What were you doing?" He pretty much just showed up, played his game quietly, called the plays for the defense, and did a hell of a job. So kudos to you, the only one on the defense to make the Pro Bowl. As much as I think the Pro Bowl is garbage and it's a joke to even watch, and they should just name an all-pro team, and then those players should get like a vacation or something.
Well,
other than that,
they aren't going to have a vacation because they're going to be playing in the Super Bowl, but they will not be at the Pro Bowl.
well, no, I'm just saying, don't play a Pro Bowl game, and if you get elected to it, just give them a ticket for a vacation. Go to Hawaii, on me. Is Ike Teasel back this week? Has anybody seen the injury report?
I believe Ike Teasel is coming back, but Troy Polamalu is not.
Troy's still out, huh?
Yeah.
Saving him up for the playoffs, maybe?
Yeah, the one thing is, I want to see Ike Taylor back this week. I know he came back, he wasn't playing very well, and he may not even be the best corner we have right now. When 100% healthy he is, but I want to see him play now, get some momentum going for the playoffs. I don't want to see them just play him for the first time in the playoffs.
It'd be definitely nice to get out there and see him get on top of his game again.
Yeah.
Because they definitely need him.
I mean, even if he has a bad game, at least he was out there, he's seen some action, and then he can go in the next week and try to improve rather than just coming off an injury in a playoff game when he didn't look too good not long ago.
Well, I mean, with Troy coming back off of an injury, too, you gotta, you're definitely going to want to have Ike Taylor, in the thick of things. And definitely seeing some action would be important.
It'd be great for this defense to get healthy for the playoffs. Have Ike healthy, have Polamalu healthy. The linebackers already are starting to get healthy.
I mean,
Shazir's healthier.
They all need to be healthy because we need every one of those defensive players if we're going to make it through the playoffs. Because let's face it, defense has been playing very well recently at least, and I say they've been playing pretty well all season for what we thought would happen. But we need all of them healthy to win in the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, too. I mean, it'd be nice to see what James Harrison can come up with this week. Coming off a solid match last week against Kansas City. I mean,
you know who we really need to get healthy is Big Easy. We need to get him back up on his feet and back in studio.
Yeah, he's wasted over there.
Now I'm cramping and I can't bend my knees.
The fans are missing him out there. Sorry, fans.
Why me?
Tanya Harding was just in the studio.
The last time these two teams played, the Steelers had 3 sacks, and Arthur Moats had 2 of them. Do you think he'll see any playing time this week with the linebackers more healthy?
I would keep letting Moats play. He's young. He's got a good motor. I kind of like the rotation that they've been doing. Nobody's really stuck out except for Timmons. We all know Harrison can't play every snap at his age. So I like the rotation of Moats and Harrison, and I like the rotation of Spence, Williams, and Shazir. Although I'd like to see Shazir lock that position down next year for himself and then stay healthy and play.
He's got to put on some muscle, though.
He's got to put on a little bit of muscle in the offseason. He's got to get his body into NFL-ready shape. But I don't know. I think they all fly to the ball. They all are tackling so much better this year than last year. That was a big problem with our defense last year. We were getting to the ball and then just letting it go. We couldn't stop anybody. We couldn't tackle Jeff. So to see them wrap up, bring people down. Mike Mitchell hasn't been playing as horrible as he was at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to say he's playing good, but he's not playing horrible. He's not getting beat over the top 3 or 4 times a game, maybe just 1 or 2.
You know, Martavis Bryant's going to be the Steelers Rookie of the Year, but really, Stephon Tuitt looks like maybe he's the best rookie we have.
He laid Alex Smith out. What did he do? Ruptured his spleen. Nobody will officially say it was from that hit, but I bet you it was.
Tell you what, we've been waiting for the second coming of Aaron Smith. I think we got him.
Well, it's time for our keys to victory. This is a huge game, huge playoff implications. Pittsburgh is still in the playoffs if they lose this game, but I think they drop to, the 5th seed if they don't win, and the 3rd seed if they do win. You want to get the division. You want to get that home playoff game. They don't have a chance at the bye week, do they?
No.
3rd's the best. Okay, 3rd's the best they can do. So, Jeff, what will be your key to victory for Pittsburgh going against Cincinnati Sunday night?
Truth be told, I mean, I got to look at Le'Veon Bell. You know, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna keep? Is he? Gonna
have a game like he did last time.
He's gonna need to set the tempo for this football game. You know, obviously you're gonna need Ben Roethlisberger to play well, also. I mean, but I think Ben's success is more tied with Le'Veon Bell this week than what Le'Veon would be with Ben.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
it's all about the running game. Got to get this running game going this week. I know we want to rest Le'Veon Bell as much as we can, but we really need this win, and I think it's of the utmost importance that Le'Veon Bell gets going early in this game.
Is that your key to victory also, Dash?
Yeah, got to be.
I'm going to take it just a step further. I like when you just said you want to get Le'Veon Bell going early in the game, because if you get him going early in the game, what happens? Play action passing. And I'm not saying throw it 1,000 times. If Bell's running hard, you keep running Bell. But that play action pass opens up that deep ball to Bryant, that underneath route to Brown, and that quick red zone target to Miller. How many times last week did we see them fake to Bell? Kansas City's linebackers just stood there frozen solid, did not know what to do. Heath didn't even have to run a route. He took 9 steps forward and just turned around, and he was wide open because they all thought Bell had the ball and they didn't know where the bleep to go. So, yes, let's get Le'Veon Bell going often. Let's get him going early, and then let's get that play-action passing game going, get Ben involved, and let's put up points. Let's have this game won by the 4th quarter so that we can eat beer cheese and drink beer.
Oh.
Easy. You got enough in you for a key to victory.
Key to victory is me staying sober.
Easy needs to stay sober through the whole game.
They flexed it to 8:30. That threw me all off. That means a full day of drinking, a full day of eating. I need to stay up to see this game. It's a big game, and
you're gonna have to sleep in a little bit that day. Maybe take a nap.
I ain't waking up till noon at the latest. But as long as I'm up to see the game, we'll win.
In Week 14, Le'Veon Bell, like we said, he had a huge game with those 185 yards rushing, plus he did it in the passing game. But if you look, like we said, if Le'Veon Bell can get going like he did in that last game, look what happened in the 4th quarter. Martavis Bryant had a 94-yard touchdown reception.
That's it.
So that's exactly what we're looking for.
Let's keep it going, Pittsburgh. Well, what's your official prediction for the game, Jeff?
Official prediction, I think this game's going to be a tight one. You know, very close scoring. I don't think it's going to be necessarily a low-scoring game. I'm looking at the Steelers' victory today. I like them at home. I like the way they're playing as a team. The defense has been coming on lately. You know, but I mean, Cincinnati, obviously, their defense, you know, they're all on pretty much a mirror image of ours, except they get to the quarterback a little bit more. You know, but they will put up some points, you know, but I just think Pittsburgh's going to put up more. I like Pittsburgh 27-24 in this matchup.
I think the Steelers' defense is going to stop the run again. No problem with that. I don't think Andy Dalton and A.J. Green are going to be on the same page. He's not going to have the huge game like he did last time these two played. And I think our offense is going to have a good game. I think he's going to get everyone involved. Le'Veon Bell will be involved early in getting it done. I think the Steelers are going to win 35-17.
It's going to be another great game for Pittsburgh. It's going to be another great day for Pittsburgh Steelers fans. The Steelers want this victory. They want to get into the playoffs. They want redemption for the last 2 years. I've been saying it for the last couple weeks. They want to be that elite team that they were before. They are not happy being mediocre or second place. That's not how they roll. Pittsburgh comes out. They get up early. The defense gets a big play. I'm going to say the Steelers roll even better than that. 42-10.
Ooh, big
No
prediction.
shot for
Yes,
Cincinnati. No shot. Andy Dalton, you're absolute garbage. You're a giant choke artist. I don't care if you got to the playoffs 4 years in a row. You lost every year because you suck.
Gingerbread man, run as fast as you can.
Please believe, because James Harrison's going to come up and smash you in the face. Rip your stupid ginger head off.
You know, life's
You got
tough when
Christmas
you have
cookies
no
left,
soul.
right? 30-23 Pittsburgh.
Easy says 30-23 from his
on the
inebriated
floor.
state.
That's me in the corner.
There's like a big wet spot on the floor in the studio. Somebody roll him over.
This has been too much for me.
Well, fans, I want to thank you for listening all season long. It's our last regular season Steelers preview. We got some more coming up in the playoffs, hopefully all the way to the Super Bowl. Dash, thanks for working with me all year. Easy. Jeff, love having you guys in studio.
My resignation letter, sir.
You guys can follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. Like us on Facebook. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Everything you see that says the spread, just love it. Hope you had a great Christmas.
See you in the playoffs.
Go Lars.
Let's go Steelers.